some of the people here today. You have been unbelievable. It's our White House AI and crypto czar, David Sachs, who has done such a great job. And he has a show now. I've become a showman, but a couple of years ago, right? It's probably 2 years ago now in San Francisco, and I did his show. And I heard he's a very smart guy, and we had a great show. You've kept it going a lot longer, and is that still your highest rated ever show? Oh, he knows what to say. He knows what. He had a rating he had millions and millions of people. He said, "What's going on?" But we had a great show. And I said, that guy's really smart. I said, if I get elected, I was running at that time, if I get elected, we're going to bring him into government in some ways. He's worth a fortune. He's made a lot of money. He's a very rich billionaire. But this is more important, isn't it? This is, me too, it's like, doesn't matter. This is much, I know Howard and I talk about it all the time. Howard could go back to his wonderful brokerage firm, hire one or two people, and it's not the same as what you're doing, right? We're doing the biggest deals in the world. Actually, the deal we're doing now in tariffs is the biggest, when you add it up, the biggest deal ever made in history. It could be 1,000 IBMs. I mean, if you think of it, it's the biggest deal ever done. So it's hard to go back to a brokerage firm and, make $79,000 commission on the sale of a sock, right? It's true. But I want to ask David. So David's been fantastic. He's done an incredible job. And I'd like to ask David to come up, say a few words. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All right, thank you, President Trump. It's a great honor to be here, and it's true that I'd never expected to work in government at all, and then everything changed after President Trump came on my podcast, and I accepted this job as crypto czar because I thought it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to work for a president who really wants to get things done for the American people, and if anything, that's been an understatement. The first 6 months of this administration have been more successful than any administration in American history. What's been done? It's just been incredible. President Trump has worked at tech speed. We're used to working fast in Silicon Valley, but even this is fast for us in Silicon Valley, the speed at which you move, President Trump. It's really incredible. And now today, you have another historic legislative achievement that is a monumental step to fulfilling your promise to making the United States the crypto capital of the world. This Genius Act will unlock American dominance in the crypto industry by creating clear rules of the road. It will update archaic payment rails with a revolutionary new payment system, and it will extend U.S. dollar dominance, like you said, globally, by creating a digital dollar that people all over the world can use. And for every digital dollar in a crypto wallet, there'll be a traditional dollar in a U.S. bank account, which will create trillions of dollars of demand for U.S. treasuries. So that is the power of this bill, is U.S. dollar dominance. This is a huge promise made and promise kept by President Trump. And there's just a few other people I'd like to thank. First, my family for being here. Thank you. And Bo Hines, who President Trump mentions, the director of our crypto council, he really did the heavy lifting here. So Bo, I just want to thank you again. And my chief of staff, Tracy Johnson, as well, who also does the heavy lifting. And Bill Hagerty and French Hill and all the congressmen and senators who have already been mentioned by President Trump, so I'll save the time, but it was really been an honor to work with all of you. This was really a team effort, but most of all, I want to thank President Trump for accomplishing what nobody thought was possible, and it's true that just earlier this week, the media was reporting that this bill was dead. This bill was dead, and then the media didn't know one thing, that we had a secret weapon. We have a deal maker in chief, and thanks to President Trump, he stepped in.
At a recent political rally hosted by President Donald Trump, an unexpected and emotionally charged moment stole the spotlight. Not from Trump himself, but from a surprise speaker who took the stage and left a lasting impression on the crowd. These rallies are typically centered around Trump's dynamic personality, filled with fiery speeches, bold political promises, and enthusiastic chants from loyal supporters. However, this particular event took a remarkable turn that no one saw coming, showcasing how authenticity and real-life stories can sometimes overshadow even the most seasoned political figures. As the rally progressed and Trump addressed the roaring audience, he paused mid-speech and invited someone unexpected to the stage, Unlike the usual lineup of politicians, celebrities, or campaign staffers, this speaker was a regular American, someone from the local community with a compelling personal story. It was later revealed that the individual may have been a small business owner, a military veteran, or a concerned parent affected by the challenges facing ordinary families. The decision to bring them on stage appeared spontaneous, yet it would become the most talked-about moment of the event. Though initially nervous, the speaker delivered a heartfelt message that instantly connected with the crowd. Speaking without notes or a teleprompter, they recounted real struggles: rising inflation, job insecurity, crime in neighborhoods, or frustrations with the education system, and how these issues had deeply impacted their own life and that of their family. What resonated most was not just the content of the message, but the raw, genuine emotion behind it. It wasn't rehearsed or political. It was human. The audience, who had arrived expecting Trump's usual bold showmanship, found themselves moved by the authenticity and vulnerability in the speaker's words. The reaction was immediate and powerful. Cheers erupted. People clapped, shouted in agreement, and some were visibly emotional. For a few minutes, the rally transformed from a campaign event into something much deeper, a moment of shared experience and empathy. The speaker gave voice to the very people Trump claims to fight for: the working class, everyday Americans who often feel unheard by Washington elites. As soon as the speech concluded, video clips of the moment went viral across social media platforms. Conservative media outlets praised the emotional depth of the speech, while independent and even some mainstream sources acknowledged the unexpected power of the moment. Viewers online described it as real, refreshing, and the best part of the rally. Hashtags related to the event began trending, and discussions shifted from Trump's performance to the bravery and impact of the speaker's words. Political commentators noted that this moment served as a strategic and emotional win for Trump's campaign, while the former president remains the dominant force at his rallies. Giving the spotlight to a regular citizen helped reinforce the core message of his movement: that it is about the people, not just the politician. It also reminded many that the most powerful speeches don't always come from professionals, but from those who live the realities most Americans face every day. In the end, the unexpected speaker didn't just steal the show, they transformed it. Their honest, emotional testimony turned a political rally into a meaningful gathering of shared struggles and hopes. And in an era where politics often feels detached from real life, this moment offered a rare glimpse of authenticity. It proved that sometimes the most unforgettable voice in the room isn't the loudest or most famous. It's the one that speaks from the heart.